Hey everyone, in this video I want to go over how to factor a sum and a difference of two cubes. So in one of the previous videos we talked about how to factor a difference of two squares, so a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b in factored form. And this is a difference of two squares. And the reason why it's a difference of two squares is because we're subtracting two numbers squared, which is also to the power of 2. Anything to the power of 2, we usually call it squared. A to the power of 2, we can also say a squared. And similarly for cubes, a cubed, or a to the power of 3, minus b cubed, b to the power of 3, we can also factor. And in fact, for cubes, we can also factor the sum of two cubes. So a cubed plus b cubed. That can also be factored. We can't do it for squares, so a squared plus b squared. We can't factor this the same way that we can for a difference of squares. But for cubes, we can factor a difference of two cubes and a sum of two cubes as well. So let's go over exactly how to do that. So for a difference of two cubes, in factored form, it would be a minus b in parentheses times a squared plus ab plus b squared. And for a sum of two cubes, it would be very similar. It would be in parentheses a plus b times a squared minus ab plus b squared. So you could tell both of these are very similar. In the one where we're subtracting, in this first binomial right here, it's a minus b. And then in the second polynomial here, we're just adding everything. Positive, positive. And in this one down here, a cubed plus b cubed, where we're adding both of the cubes, in this binomial we're adding. And over here, we're actually subtracting, then adding. So that is an easy way to memorize it. In a difference of two cubes, just remember that the first binomial right here, we're subtracting. And then the rest of it, we're adding. And then in a sum of two cubes, in the first binomial, we're adding. And in the second trinomial, we're subtracting and then we're adding. And this is how you factor any sum or difference of two cubes. So let's go through an example together. Let's go through a difference of two cubes example. So let's say we had x cubed minus 27. Okay, x cubed minus 27. And we know that this is a difference of two cubes, a cubed minus b cubed. So let's talk about what a would be. So what is a cubed? And let's talk about what b would be. What is b cubed? And sorry, that is a square, b cubed. So what is a in this case? A in this case is this x. So x cubed, in other words, a is x. So a equals x. And what is b equal to? Well, we know that this entire term right here, this is b cubed. So b cubed equals 27. So what does b equal? Well, we know that since b cubed is 27, we can take the cube root of both sides. So b equals the cube root of 27. And what's the cube root of 27? Well, in other words, 3, or what number, rather, to the power of 3 gives you 27? And that happens to be 3. So the third root of 27 is 3. Therefore, our b is 3 in this case. So let's rewrite this difference of two cubes right here. Let's scroll down. Let's rewrite this as a squared, and our a is x, so x squared minus, and what is our b? That is 3. 3, apologies, x cubed. So x cubed minus 3 cubed. There we go. Now we know what our a and b are. We can use the formula from above to understand how to factor this. So let's actually bring this down. Let's bring it down here so that we know how to factor it. So our formula states that a cubed minus b cubed is a minus b, so x minus 3, times a squared, which is x squared, plus ab, which is x times 3, which we can also write as 3x. So 3x plus b squared. So our b is 3. 3 squared. 3 squared is just 9. End parentheses. And there we go. That is the factored form of this difference of two cubes. So x cubed minus 3 cubed, or our original problem, x cubed minus 27, is x times 3 times x squared plus 3x plus 9. Perfect. So let's go through an example of a sum of two cubes. So let's say we had x cubed plus 512. So again, let's get it in a cubed plus b cubed form. So a cubed plus b cubed form. What is our a? In this case, our a is x, so x cubed. And what is our b? So we know b cubed is this 512. So b cubed is this 512. So b is the third root, or the cube root of 512, which happens to be 8. And that is because 8 to the power of 3 equals 512. So our b is 8. So we can rewrite 512 as 8 cubed. Perfect. So we have our a and b. So let's go ahead and start to factor this. Let's go pull the same formula up here so that we know how to factor this. Let's do this. Let's just make sure we get all of it. And let's put it down here. Excellent. So this is equal to, we'll set up those parentheses right there, and this set of parentheses up here. And again, we're trying to find our a. So we know what our a's are, and we know what our b's are. So what is our a? So a plus b. So a is x, plus our b is 8, so x plus 8, times a squared. So what's a again? That's x. So x squared minus a times b. So x times 8. And that can also be rewritten as 8x. So 8x plus b squared. Our b is 8. So what is 8 squared? So 8 squared can be rewritten as just 64. And there we go. That is the factored form of x cubed plus 512, our original problem. And this is how we factor it. Excellent. So I hope this video helps, and please let me know down in the comments below if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.